JHXC64 that says, I made a new YouTube channel to prove Ludwig wrong, only to go viral. I stumbled upon Ludwig's video on how he made a secret channel to prove it's not luck. It challenged my whole conception of YouTube to the point where I decided to make a new channel following Ludwig's advice. Needless to say, I learned quite a bit, and in the best way possible.
A few years ago, Ludwig uploaded a YouTube video, as he tends to do, right? It's almost like it's his job or something. And in this video, he set out to prove that starting a YouTube channel is mostly skill, as opposed to luck. And if you know what you're doing, you can easily make it big on your first upload. And he did this by creating a brand new channel in secret and uploading one quality video without any of his branding or assets to see if it could get 1,000 views within the first day. And when I first stumbled across this, I'm going to be honest, I called bullshit.
I still think it's bullshit because luck majorly factors into it, because it's like you got lucky that it hit the algo. You know what I mean? There are plenty of incredible channels that exists out there that get nowhere near the attention. Okay, so luck is still a factor. It's impossible to avoid luck. We live in a world where, we live in a world of probability. Now, the reason why I love the Ludwig video situation is because Miskiff reacted to it, and that was the major thing that happened. That outside of like the luck circumstance, that was the major thing that like actually got the video super viral, which plays really well into the Reactgate conversation.
Alright, mad respect to Ludwig and all, but this video definitely rubbed me the wrong way when I first saw it. In his defense, Ludwig's secret video did end up getting the 1,000 views he hoped for and then some, but the way he went about getting those views was kind of weird. He wrote a script about Miskiff and how his store carried his whole career. Then he paid someone to read it for him. Then he paid someone else to edit a video essay around it. Then when he did his thing and uploaded the finished product, he paid Miskiff $50 with a burner Twitch account to get him to watch it live. Alright, you see the issue? I mean, granted, this was all done to
For the record, people to make the video, no, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's bullshit at all. I think the real story there is that when you get streamers to fucking react to your videos, you have way better shots of marketing your video to a much larger audience. What the fuck do you mean? Especially if you tailor your video directly towards that streamer. And even before Ludwig, someone else did this. The Veil. There are plenty of other content creators online that used to do stuff like this all the time. Austinox is another person who did this. Like, it's ironic because that's what grew Miskiff. Yes, Miskiff used to do this. So Afghans has done it as well. It's just funny to me specifically that like the unforeseeable, the unspoken side of the Reactgate saga is quite literally that a part of the story is basically if a streamer reacts to your video, you have a very high likelihood of it gaining way more attention in the algorithm. Also, mentioning popular YouTuber streamers in your videos or making your content about them gets you views, but it's harder to get clicks and grow with your own content. I agree. This is, by the way, the irony here is this is at the heart of contentious commentary channels that will use my likeness, my image, my clips that they clip out of context to make videos. Those videos will do really fucking well. Some of which I used to watch all the goddamn time and argue against. Others, I stop watching, but they still go well because there is like an environment for that. But if you foster an environment that specifically is negative like that, that is all about toxicity towards other popular content creators, that is not a decent enough way to build a sustainable audience. So you can't only exclusively hope that like a big streamer is going to react to your video. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying at all. Okay? What I'm simply stating is one aspect of the story, having a streamer react to your video, does end up getting more attention to your video overall.
Quell any and all suspicions that Ludwig himself was behind it, and he did assure everyone he could do all this for free, minus hardware and software. But I was hoping to see the video make it on the algorithm alone, and him literally paying someone to inadvertently promote it, it seemed a little bit like cheating to me, even if the algorithm did eventually pick the video up. My takeaway was that the results of this little experiment did suggest that skill is a big part of things, but it didn't fully prove that luck wasn't involved in some way. Like, he never fully rolled out luck as a contributing factor. And as such, I gotta say, I was skeptical of the whole ordeal. And for some context into my mindset, when I first saw this video, it was in December of 2022, at the end of quite possibly the worst year ever for JHXC, which was my main channel at the time. Right, to put it bluntly, JHXC was dead, and it has been dying for quite some time, alongside the game it was built around. I was in this uniquely awful situation, where if I made videos about Crunker, the game in question, I would only get a few hundred views, and if I tried to branch out and cover other topics,
What the fuck is Crunker?
I'd be lucky to get 100 views. Long story short, I felt trapped by the sinking ship that was Crunker. Like, the water was slowly flooding the room, and it felt like any attempt to escape would just waste oxygen. And I had this attitude about the whole thing, alright? I felt like I was at the mercy of this black box that I call the algorithm, and that it made no sense, and that YouTube was maybe not suppressing my channel, but rather just not giving it a fair chance. And I was butthurt about it, and when I stumbled upon Ludwig's video and had my entire outlook on YouTube challenged, I had a hard time trusting it. Because to me, Ludwig may as well have just said skill issue and left it at that, and it would have had the same effect. But I will give it credit for one thing. It got me thinking, what if I tried this little experiment myself? What if I started from a clean slate, so to speak, where I'd voice and edit a high quality video essay of my own, and have it be my first upload, and then just let it cook, to see how far it would actually go, and to see if Ludwig was actually right about it being skill. And yeah, that's the origin story of JHXC64, the channel you're watching right now. I made this channel primarily as a means of escape, to have a second channel where I felt like I could post the kind of content I've always wanted to make, but...
Let me guess, did Ludwig react to this video?
...put it on my main. And I made it knowing that I'd probably not get that many views. And for my first video, I decided I would make it about the slow death of YouTube intros, where it seemed like all those old intro cards that every YouTuber used to have began to be nerfed if not straight up removed. It's a phenomenon I hadn't really seen anybody discuss or acknowledge up to that point, and it seemed like a unique topic that people would probably be interested in. Hell, I was interested in it. And I also figured what better way to introduce my new channel than with a video about intros. So that's what I did. I remember spending all February of 2023 writing, recording, finding footage, and eventually editing before rendering out a 6-minute video that I felt was the greatest video I had made up to that point. Something I had a ton of fun making and was incredibly proud of. I then set up the channel itself with the logo, banner, description, and everything else before uploading the intros video on March 8th, 2023. As for marketing, I did end up sharing this new channel and video on my main channel via community post, but besides that, I didn't really promote the video like Ludwig did. I just uploaded the video and waited, fully expecting it to be forgotten about within days. And, well, on its first day, it only got 36 views, most if not all of which came from my main, which, while a bummer, was to be expected. I guess Ludwig was wrong after all, and it's all just luck, right? And with the failure of this first video fresh in my mind, I ended up making the difficult decision to make another video. This time on the whole Mr. Beast curing blind people fiasco. And I managed to—
Oh God, I don't even want to know. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm too curious. I need to know what he said about that.
video where he helped peaked with the release to the literal Antichrist, and of course many other people think these Twitter users calling Mr. Beast shaming, and whether or not stupid, alright, it's Mr. Beast doesn't really get.
I mean, I don't know if he's a Ludbud or
makes his
not.
money. Aside from like owning some businesses like Beast.
Okay, he didn't flame me. Respect. I was
This one video.
he flamed Lolo, which is fine. But yeah, okay, so what's interesting about this is that like he made this video, right? And made this video, but yeah, it's about Mr. Beast.
To finish this second video within a single week. And at first when I uploaded it, it didn't get that many views at all. Even less than the intros video, which by that point it had 90 or so odd views. But then, something odd happened. My intros video started getting more attention. Out of nowhere, in just a few days, I woke up to the video having over 1,000 views. And within a week, it surpassed 10,000, a view count I hadn't reached since 2020. All the while, I was getting hundreds of comments on the video wondering how someone with so few subscribers could make such quality content. Their words, not mine. When I uploaded my third video, the one on YouTube outros, that's when the intros video really blew up, far beyond what I could have ever even dreamed of. When all was said and done, that video managed to get more than 300,000 views, along with...
Yeah. This proves quite literally what I'm saying, and exactly the opposite of what Ludwig was saying, which is that luck certainly plays a considerable role in getting your getting noticed and getting favorable coverage by the algorithm. There's obviously things that you can do right, and one of which is clickbait, cover drama from a much larger YouTube channel. Ludwig agrees. Check the comments, Lamau. I don't give a fuck what Ludwig agrees because I disagree with Ludwig. That's my point. My point is that I disagree with Ludwig. Ludwig's main point of the things that I like about what Ludwig did was it basically showed that yes, if you make content that targets a Hasan not hating on Ludwig Impossible Challenge. I'm hating on him because we were supposed to play basketball at 10 a.m. this morning and he told me that he's too tired and he overslept. To be fair, I did ask him really early. And he said he squatted and was standing at the T Swift concert, which is why he's too tired to play anyway. Also, I love Ludwig. I can still disagree with him on something. It's very odd to be like a Ludbud who doesn't understand that dynamic. Anyway, there are components of what Ludwig is talking about that I think are valid, that I think are interesting, that I think are what a lot of large content creators understand and know. Okay. One of that is obviously the fact that if you make something about a large content creator, we're narcissistic, we'll probably watch it. We'll watch it on stream. Especially if it's positive, we'll watch it on stream and we'll celebrate it and the community will swarm to it. But luck still plays a role. Like the $50 is smart. You gave a lot of money to make Misgift watch it. You also made it about Misgift, so it was okay for him to watch it. But there's still plenty of moments where, you know, he could have missed it. He could have decided not to watch it. Like there are so many circumstances at play there. Like you can combat it as best as you can by quite literally getting a large streamer to watch your video by giving them $50. It was $5, not $50. Ludwig just bought a sub. Oh. Huh. I thought it was a $50 dono because I saw $50 on the video. Anyway, the point is there is still absolutely luck at play. There are ways to unwind it, but you can never escape probability. I also say that because you can't escape the top of the hour ad break. But if you are lucky, you can get gifted a sub. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or free with the Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. Hopefully that's me. Here's a 3-minute ad break now. My point, look, what I'm trying to say is this, okay? There are a lot of fucking awesome content creators that are on YouTube right now. And no one knows they exist. These are people who are pumping out shit. Maybe one day they will get noticed by the algorithm. Maybe one day they'll get noticed by someone. Luck is still an incredibly important part of that. I say this as someone who is, you know, incredibly fortunate, incredibly lucky. I'm a dumbass. If there was a meritocratic process, I do not think that I would be in the position that I'm in currently. There is no real meritocracy. Ludwig is half right because, of course, you need skill, but luck plays a part because of a giant number of videos posted every day. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
For over 10k likes, thousands of comments, and eventually thousands of subscribers, eventually surpassing my original channel. And the best thing is that this is something I wrote a script for and edited myself, something that I'm honestly truly proud of. And seeing it blow up like this to the point where it's easily the most successful video I've ever made, all without paying someone to watch it live, you know, I still can't believe it, right?
I think there's a lot of skill in almost anything. I think people who say luck are... and just want to say that because they just want to feel better about themselves that they're not trying.
You know, it makes a little bit of sense, I guess. I did research the topic quite a bit and noticed nobody else was really talking about it. I also used a ton of subtle tricks that Ludwig kind of alluded to throughout his video. And I mean, I already had 4.5 odd years of practice doing YouTube before this, so I had plenty of time to learn editing and talking and other skills. But even then, I don't think I've...
Americans are they're so funny. Brother. Like, here, I will explain it to you immediately. If you were born in fucking Angola, the likelihood that you are going to become a YouTube sensation is virtually zero. Okay? You didn't choose your destination. You did not choose the zip code that you were born in. That's it. That's a fake argument, lol. No, it's not. It is not a fake argument. Okay, let's not say Angola. Let's say Louisiana, okay, where the racist Angola exists, by the way, the state penitentiary. Let's say you are born in an incredibly poor neighborhood in the state of Louisiana, okay, or fucking West Virginia. The likelihood that you are going to succeed on YouTube is infinitely less. I hate that people always will go, oh, but dude, what are you talking about? You have access to a computer, you have resources. Like, sure, there are still a lot of amenities that you can take advantage of, but this is not a ridiculous argument. That's why we advocate to straight up level the playing field. That's why we advocate for equality of opportunity. Okay? What? This chatter was trying to stun lock you? Why are you showing that to me then? Here, I mean, you take a week off. You take an hour off or a day off. Like, I don't understand. Why are you pointing to me their fucking idiotic take? Like, I don't give a shit. If I missed it, why do you have to turn around and point it to me. The irony here, again, is that going back to my original take, people will be like, well, you know, NBA YoungBoy's from Louisiana. It's like, yeah, dude, how many people? Like, you're talking about someone who was profoundly lucky, skilled, talented, certainly, but profoundly fucking lucky. That's the point. That's my point. You also consistently promote people who make great content but are not noticed by showing them on stream and appreciated in video. This is what these React Gators fail to see or choose to ignore. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The React Gate stuff is silly and it will go away soon. The point I was trying to make here is that, and especially like a video like this, I am critical of, so it is absolutely fair use regardless of whether or not I'm fucking eating food. But the point and also I know the people involved in the making of this video, and my disagreement isn't with this video maker himself, but instead with Ludwig regardless. So it's impossible to avoid luck, as I mentioned, and I think a lot of people discount that. That doesn't mean that you can never succeed. Okay? I need you to understand something. That does not mean that you can't overcome great odds. OMG, comparing yourself to a third world country in the comments is pathetic. We aren't even close to that level. That's an insult to the people struggling. First of all, you're unfortunately wrong. Okay? You're probably oblivious to the reality, but we in the United States of America have plenty of areas in the United States of America where living conditions are identical to developing nations. So I don't know if you didn't know that or not, or I don't know what's going on, but that is an objective reality on numerous standards. Standards of living, access to amenities, are basically like many things. Like there are places in the United States of America where there isn't running water. Okay. Place in the United States of America where there's no access to clean water. Incredible amount of toxic pollutants destroying their natural water supply. There are exceptions to every rule. That's not genuine. I know that this is a completely separate conversation that we're now having. The reason why I brought it up is because a person that has access to computers, a person that like comes from a wealthier family, legitimately has an easier time, potentially, if they, you know, apply themselves, have an easier time succeeding on YouTube, right? This is a conversation that I had with Ludwig in private a while ago where Mr. Beast came out and said, oh, I could make a channel with 20 million subscribers in a matter of months with all the knowledge that I have. And Ludwig and I had a disagreement there because like one of my main points of contention with that was, well, you're Mr. Beast. You don't have to put your face on it. Sure, your understanding of the algorithm is profound. I absolutely believe. However, having said that, you also have a tremendous amount of free time and also unlimited capital to be able to make whatever kind of video you want to make. So it is very, very difficult to do that if you're just like an up-and-comer who has a regular old job and is making YouTube videos on the side and doesn't necessarily have that. Also, this person, dude, it depends on what your ethics are. I don't know why you're pointing out that it does matter what you're willing to do, what you're willing to swallow, who you're willing to screw over. Dude, what are you, an anime villain? Like, who the fuck are you, brother? What's going on here? Like, shut the fuck up, okay? You've got way too much time in the sun, okay? Like, I hate when these dudes are like, all right, well, I know that this is not a stadium full of people that are watching right now. I've decided we're having a one-on-one back and forth conversation. Like, shut the fuck up. You already recognize that you're wrong and then immediately try to deviate or deflect the conversation away to a totally different point. We're like, no one is denying that. You were denying that. That's why I fucking pulled your name up, idiot. Shut up. Holy shit. God, I'm getting so mad for no reason. Even the shittiest place in the US is blessed with much better set of opportunities than someone who's born in a third world country. Dude, what are you talking about? There's rich people living in third world countries, and there's fucking homeless people living in the United States. What is that argument? Please stop. This is a really idiotic conversation. I'm legitimately confused, okay? Mr. Beast 100% could not get 1 million subs if he started from scratch as a nobody today with no resources. I think the no resources part is the interesting part, but I do think that Mr. Beast would easily get 1 million subs. He would just do YouTube shorts, which is something I do agree with Ludwig on. YouTube shorts are a cheat code. He would just make YouTube shorts. He knows exactly how to make YouTube shorts. He has money. He could just make he could make YouTube shorts about, like, you know, hire a random person in order to not put his own face on it, and make a YouTube short about giving a random person a car or something. You know what I mean? Name one third world country with a single rich person. I'll wait. But yes, with no resources, we are in agreement.
Could have predicted this level of success. To me, this is a once-in-a-lifetime situation that will probably never happen again. I mean, if you were to look at my most recent videos, you'll know I haven't been able to keep up the same pace, with most of my recent videos struggling to reach 1,000 views, if even. So it's closer to what I used to get with my old channel back in the day. But even then, the energy behind every new upload is just different. Like, I've always had a close-knit community on JHXC that I've kind of abandoned for this channel. Sorry. But with this new channel, even on my worst performing videos, everyone seems very much interested in what I have to say. It actually feels like people are watching my content because they want to watch me, and not just because I'm making content for their favorite game or whatever. It feels like I'm striking a chord with people more than I've ever had before. And that's pretty much my main goal here, to get people to think about and be interested in things they never would have even thought of before. And I'm hoping I'll be able to do this for years on end, alright? I'm in it for the long game. This channel has reached heights I never thought it would make in years. And who even knows what the future holds and what this channel will become? I mean, online lore, right? The channel Lud made eventually became Lud and Schlatt's Musical Emporium. And there's always that chance that maybe I'll have another video that goes viral. Maybe I'll get 1 million views someday. Maybe this video will get 1 million views. Highly unlikely, but...
Well, he's about to get it on this one.
But hey, it's a possibility. I may even eventually end up making a video that becomes one of those all-time greatest videos on the entire site. Right along videos like YMS's Kimber the White Lion or History of the Entire...
It's crazy to me that when we're talking about YouTube, people deny the luck factor, but when a millionaire dude goes homeless for 24 hours to become a millionaire again, somehow it's not the same. Connections, resources, experience, and a lot of other stuff you get just by being lucky. Thank you. Please. That is my exact point. I've done many reactions to videos exactly like that, where he's like, oh, I tried being homeless for 24 hours and I made $1 million. I've done reactions to that 1 million times over. Guys, it's not what you do after you have $100,000 that's like crazy, okay? It's how you get to the first $10. Every step of the way, luck plays a tremendous role. It's crazy. You think anybody out there could just like sell, go to a dollar store and upsell something that you bought at a dollar store for $2 and keep doing that, repeating it over and over again? Ludwig did the same idea with a fake merch company, and that video proved it's just mainly luck. He donated to XU to check out the merch. He didn't see it. Donated to you. You didn't see it. And it wasn't until Misgift checked out his merch from Adono that he began getting sales.
All right, I just had an amazing idea. Look, we all know if you go to line from Beyond the Summit, and basically what they did is they also yoinked, so they yoinked the yoink, the Twitch viewership symbol. Let me see if I can get a picture going. Hold up. Ah, here it is. Wow, it's actually on a subreddit for finding fashion. A lot of people want it. It's an extremely simple hat design, which I wore because I thought it was kind of a funny hat. I used to have 0 viewers, so it's kind of part of my culture. A relevant email to use, but I heard they're having a vacancy here today because I know how to use them and I can get a ad. This will make me rich. Why does it look orange? Oh, price for a hat. Great. 5-page setup, and now we need to set up the stream. You are on the front page of whomegalol.com. Omega.
Oh, I remember
When donate
him.
That.
I remember him donating this to me.
Megalol of the week. Woo! Yeah! As a former top streamer and now Whomegalol due to my sister no longer appearing in my streams, this merch has made me whole
Let's see
again.
chat. Let's
Dude,
see chat.
send me some merch, man. Wait, this is cool. Send me one. That's actually a nice... Dude, I'd buy that. I'd wear it.
Oh, this is perfect.
I fuck with this heavy.
Oh my god.
Dude, cool.
Okay, wait.
I better get a free shirt for being Whomegalol.
Hold up. Okay, so that was exposure in front of 20,000 people. Let's check right now by going to marketing. Oh my god. Wait. The number doesn't seem to have updated, but it says I have 100 people on my website right now. I made this website an hour ago. I already have 100 people on the site.
This is why I think it's like kind of odd when people.
All right,
He is
maybe not.
such a sore loser. Sore Andy.
All right, don't know
Sore
wall from
loser
Hasan. Whomegalol.com.
Get those Protestant bastards.
His TTS is off though. I'm waiting to
It's
see
like dealing with
if
a
he'll
Chile.
rate his donations. All right,
He
maybe
is
not.
such a sore loser. Sore Andy.
All right, don't know
Sore
wall from
loser
Hasan.
Andy.
Now, unfortunately, I thought TTS was $5, but it looks like TTS is actually muted right now, which is fine. I do the same exact thing. A lot of the time, TTS overruns the stream, so I didn't really get the value I was looking for from that $5. But for the $15, I put in $15 from XQC. I ended up.
If Lo was born 5 years later, he would have been one of those grindset TikTokers you make fun of. No. Ludwig is a New Hampshire Andy. What are you talking about? He went to Arizona. He had every opportunity to be a fucking dipshit, libertarian, annoying loser. Absolutely not. He could have been that Sigma grindset guy right now with this insane background. I've never actually seen a dude with like who was so set up to be a fucking douchebag, who's just so lovely overall. Bro, he's doing it in this video. If you watch this full video, I'm willing to bet that there are numerous times in here where he's talking about how like this isn't necessarily how to make money. This is not a how to make money. This is just like a fun idea, okay? A fun and clever idea to show how clever you are to your audience and have fun with them. I don't even think he actually made money at the end of this. He probably lost money. Most people from AZ are not libertarian fool. No, I'm talking about no, man, he's a white guy from New Hampshire whose grandparents were related to one another, who fucking went to Arizona State University. The prototype of that person is a libertarian asshat. Like the most stereotypical lineage for a incredibly annoying libertarian douchebag bro. And he is not that at all. So well, it's not Arizona that makes him libertarian, it's New Hampshire. New Hampshire is like an incredibly libertarian state. Anyway, Sean sorry to be the audio guy, but every time you talk, there's a very annoying feedback noise from your mic. 30 seconds off. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, this isn't like a how to make money video. This is just like a fun way to make content, to be like, look at me, I tried and failed a business venture or something. No, I have not watched a new One Piece. I have not watched the new One Piece video, the new One Piece episode, because I'm not there yet. I'm not caught up.